Hello, everyone. Do you know, as per the published data, 5 out of 6 marriages that end in a separation or a divorce within first 6 months of marriage are due to sexual incompatibility, the dissatisfaction due to sexual expectations. This is the data which is for people who got married. Imagine a scenario in dating world where there are so many dating apps where people are trying to match the preferences in terms of what kind of a coffee lover you are, what kind of a traveler you are, what kind of how well do you gel along with pets, and what are your hobbies, etc. But there is nothing to match your sexual compatibility. That is where I have used my expertise in astrology sciences to develop the O-Match, a tool which can clearly identify the sexual compatibility between two partners. These two partners could be married, unmarried, prospective dating partners, existing dating partners, whatever. But here, the idea is to use what stars and planets have defined in terms of sexual compatibility. Here, the goal is not about how good will be the married life, because that is a very overall holistic concept. Overall, marriage may sometimes work, but sexually, people may remain dissatisfied, or they just don't get the right kind of connect based on their preferences. So, using this tool, I've put in a QR here. You can scan this from your phone and it directly takes you to a WhatsApp business account where you can see the details of what all you get as a part of the OMATch report. You get a report within 24 hours of your order placement. And also, what you can check is like with this particular person, if my compatibility is, let's say, zero, then should I even be getting into this kind of relationship forward? And this is for those cases where you are just starting to see someone. I mean, isn't it better off to know this well in advance rather than taking to a different level? The ones who are already in a relationship for a while, it's a good idea for you to take this assessment so that you also get to know whether this should translate into marriage for you or not, if that is a very important factor in your overall life. And now, for this O match, I do not require any personal questions because this is not based on any kind of bias. It is purely aligned to your date, time, and place of birth. These three things, along with the gender, is something which I would need. These four things will help me create the O match for you and your partner. Now, let's say you don't know the time of birth of your partner. Sometimes people come up and say, I've just started seeing someone. How can I ask for time of birth? Because time of birth is something, what if he or she starts feeling like, are they making any kundli match? Are they looking for marriage? So sometimes things can take a different turn there. So for that, I have a specialized service, which is in in your case, I would need the time of birth because you would know that. But for your partner's time of birth, if you don't know that, I can work without the time of birth using certain approximations. Like, for example, if you can just like gauge date of birth is very easy to gauge from a partner, even if it's the first date. Who doesn't ask, like, and when is your birthday? So you get to know the date. Of course, you can always check. So you've been from this particular city all this while. So you get to know the place of birth. And for the time of birth, I mean, if you can get ideas like whether the person is an early morning person or late night born or late evenings, etc. I mean, that could be helpful. But even if that information is not available, I can use approximations and with detailed deep study, I can still create some combinations for you that how is it likely to be with this particular person. So For further details, you can just scan the QR, go to my WhatsApp business account, read the details, and push in your queries so that you can get your OMatch report within 24 hours. I've also added the link to WhatsApp directly on my YouTube channel. So you can go there and also like directly reach out from there in case you miss out on the QR. So there are different ways of how you can reach out to get your sexual compatibility match done. Keep watching my channel, and if you still haven't subscribed, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Share this videos with people where you know they should definitely take the sexual compatibility. All right.